Hello, 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 hello. Hello, how are you? Good morning. Good morning, how are you? Good morning, good morning. Welcome this morning. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Welcome, welcome, welcome. So good to see you. Letitia, good morning, Letitia. Good morning, Brenda Voris. Good morning. Good morning and welcome. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Good morning, Devera L. Robinson. Good morning, good morning. Welcome, 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 everyone. Welcome, welcome. We are still talking about habits. Demetria, I've missed you, my dear. I have missed you. I was thinking about you yesterday. So good to see you this morning. Don Clark, happy Friday Eve. I was going to say, Don, it's not Friday yet. Good morning, Don Clark. Good morning, good morning. Hello, hello. So wonderful to see everybody this morning. All right, all right. Just a good morning, everyone, and welcome. Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, however it is, whenever it is that you look at this conversation that we're having, this self-love conversation about habits and how to increase our self-love through our habitual way of feeling, right? Through how we feel. So I thank you for your time. I thank you for your energy. I thank you for tuning in. And we're here to just be us, right? To be us and have life-giving conversations about self-love. And so want to thank you for tuning in this morning. And if you're tuning in on the day that it's made, you have an opportunity to join us this evening at 6 o'clock. We will be doing a pop-up self-love revolution. So it's a checkup. It's a checkup. I want to see how you're doing. We are in our last Thursday of January 2021. And so I want to see how you're doing with your self-love. It's the one thing that only we can give ourselves. We are the only ones who can give ourselves more self-love. So it's an important way of being. It's an important thing to give ourselves. It's an important aspect of our lives. So we want to make sure that we're held accountable for how we're growing in our self-love. And that's what I've been put on this earth to do, to hold you accountable for loving you better so that you can love other people better. You can love God better. So I'm here to hold you accountable for how you loving you, beloved, my brother, my sister, how you loving you. So that's what we're here to do. Talk about that. So tonight, 6 to 7 p.m. Y'all know we start at 6. Do you want a revolution, right? You know we start at 6 and you know we end at 7. So go tell somebody, go get your brother, sister, mother, father, family, friend, right? Even those who are not friends, go get them and tell them you need some more self-love. So that's what we're doing this evening. So I want to make sure that you guys know that that opportunity is available. Sherry Brown, good morning. Welcome and good morning. JP Creel, good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Welcome, welcome. So you can go to Dr. Katherine E. James and sign up for it. Let us know who's in the house. Right, right, right. See you there. See you there. All right. So this morning, we are talking about this thing of feeling, right? Feelings are so encompassing. Feelings are so encompassing. So I often define feelings as an inner spontaneous reaction to a person, place, thing, or situation, right? An inner spontaneous reaction to a person, place, thing, or situation. So with our feelings, we are not in prison to our feelings, although who in the house think it feels like you're in prison. Have you ever had a feeling? Have you ever had a feeling where it felt like you could never get out of that feeling? Where it felt like you were stuck with a feeling of overwhelm, feeling of sadness, feeling of pressure, feeling of loss, feeling of loneliness, right? Those feelings. Those are the feelings that have a tendency to stay that we don't want, right? Because we often don't recognize until we learn to tune in, until we learn to live from this place. We often don't give space and tune in to, oh my God, I'm so happy right now. Let me stay in this place. Let me magnify this. Let me do that. So we get to manage our feelings, beloved. We're not in prison to our feelings, although it looks like it. It feels like we're in prison to our feelings. We are not. So that's what self-love is about, right? So you can go to I don't know which part of the book where it talks about our feelings, right? And so where you will be able to effectively manage how it is that you're feeling, because feelings can derail us. And this is the thing. This is the thing. How we think and feel, it creates our state of being. Thinking leads to feelings. Feelings lead to actions. Actions lead to habits. Habits lead to our life. So how we think, how we feel, it will create our state of being. It creates our state of being, right? And so it's absolutely imperative that we create habits that one manage our feelings, and habits that help us to change, to be able to change our feelings. So a habit that'll help us to identify what we're feeling. What is it that you're feeling? So anybody who's been talking to me, spending time with me, you've journeyed with me, I'm coaching you or have coached you, then you have a feeling wheel. You know how to get access to a feeling wheel, because the beginning place of being able to manage your feeling is to know what you're feeling. Is to know what you're feeling. So you want to create a habit of being able to identify your feeling. What are you feeling, beloved? What am I feeling? I ask myself that question all the time. What am I feeling? And then I ask myself, why am I feeling that? What is it connected to? And so, what am I feeling? Why am I feeling? Is this feeling beneficial for me, right? Do I want to maintain this feeling? Is this feeling helping me to pursue everything in life that I've been put here to pursue? There's some feelings that can elevate, and there's some feelings that can deflate. Which feelings do you want to be the primary feelings in your life? Those that elevate or those that deflate? Deflate, right? And so we get to determine, and you only know that by tuning in to what are you feeling? What am I feeling right now? What got me here, right? What led me to these feelings? How do I either maintain or diminish to eradicate this feeling? So there are times in life, beloved, that we don't necessarily have the ability of totally doing away with a feeling, right? It'll come back, but we can decide how long we're gonna spend there. Like, so when we first say the idea, when you first discover that you have a fear of public speaking, right? You have a fear of public speaking. Well, why do you have a fear of public speaking? Maybe because of some history. And it's not just the history, but you maintain that feeling by what you say to yourself today about public speaking. Oh my God, they're gonna laugh at me. Oh my God, I'm not gonna remember my words. Oh my God, and if they laugh at me, then I'm gonna feel bad, and then then that means that I'm not good. That means that I'm worthless. That means that whatever it is that goes to that limiting core belief, right? And so you unearth that, you reverse that puppy, and you start, I am not worthless, I'm not helpless, I'm not unlovable, I'm lovable, I'm powerful, do you see? And I'm valuable. So, and then you back it up. You was like, okay, they might laugh at me. For those of you who watch Carrie, I used to watch Carrie. They're going to laugh at me, right? So you say, yeah, they might laugh, but I'll still survive. They might laugh. Maybe I'll laugh with them. They might laugh. It's funny. That's why they're laughing. And then, you know what? That does not dictate your total worth. Your worth has nothing to do with your ability to stand up and tell a speech, beloved. And so when we unearth those conversations that we have in our mind about a situation, when we identify the conversation and then determine, first of all, we're going to re-record that puppy. I'm not worthless. I am valuable. I'm valuable. So much so that Jesus Christ went to the cross for me, right? I am valuable, beloved. So when we begin to unearth, to change those internal conversations, it's going to change our feelings, right? Feelings, like I said, are inner spontaneous reaction to a person, place, thing, or situation, or the soul's, right? Our feeling, our thinking, our will response to the environment, to life, to what happens to us. and then we get to determine the interpretation of it. Ultimately, we feel based upon how we interpret a situation. You get that? We feel based upon how we interpret a situation, based upon how we see what has just happened, and then the meaning we make by what just happened, the meaning that we assign to what just happened. And then that's how we feel, right? So if I forget to do something, and then the meaning that I assign to the fact that I forget to do something is you're going to continually forget, which means that you're never going to grow in this place, which means that your goal is not going to happen, which means, is that all? Is that true? Let's back those up. You forgot. Okay. Own it. Do whatever you need to do to rectify the situation. Put some things and some supports in place, so that you don't forget again. But that has nothing to do with your wealth of value, Katherine. Do you see what I'm saying? Whatever it is. So again, the statement is how we think and how we feel, it creates our state of being. So what is your state of being, beloved? Do you want to change your state of being? Change your thinking. It'll change your feeling. It'll change your actions. It'll change your habits. And remember, our habits, right? Our habits, let me go back to my little thing here. Remember, our habits are those little things that we do every day. We repeatedly do, right? Those things that we repeatedly do, and they change, right? They impact everything that we find ourselves involved in, right? Our habits do. Where is my, okay. We're not going to spend time trying to find that statement, right? So those small decisions and actions that we make every day. Our habits, we don't think about them. They just come naturally. They don't take any effort. But those small decisions, those actions that we take every day, beloved, those are our habits. They don't take anything for us to do. So the things that are life-giving, that are going to get us to purpose, that are going to get us to destiny, habits that are going to increase our self-love, we have to automate those. We have to automate those. What will help you to love you better? That's a question. That's a real question. It's not rhetorical. What do you need to do now, today? What do you need to put into place that will help you to love you better? Now, you already have one thing in place. You're listening to me, right? One thing. You're either up at 5:40 a.m. listening to me, or you're listening to it later. You made this a part of your routine. That's a habit, beloved, that will help you to love yourself better. That is a habit. What else? What else will help you to love you better? What else will help you to accept yourself? What else will help you to value yourself? What else will help you to embrace all of you? What else will help you to be motivated towards becoming the highest, best expression of you? What else will help you to do that? What else would help you to look in the mirror and say, I'm okay. I love all of me, but I need to continue to grow. But right now, we're going to celebrate. Right now, I'm going to appreciate the gift that is me. What else will help you to do that? And so habits that help you to grow in your self-love will help you to fulfill purpose and destiny, will help you to serve God's universe better, will help you to expand and leave a legacy, right? That's what self-love does. Self-love is that powerful that it influences every area of our life. There is no life that is not touched by our level of self-love, period, point blank, Selah, amen, right? Not a one, beloved. Every area of our life is affected by our self-love quotient. SLQ, our self-love quotient. All right. Let's see what you're saying. I'm coming for the after party. More than likely, there'll be an after party. Thinking leads to feelings, feeling leads to actions, actions leads to habits, and habits lead to our state of life. Amen. Senator Sherrod, good morning. Patricia, my dear, good morning. Look at your neighbor and say, I am valuable. All that and a couple of bags of chips, right? I remember my first oratorical presentation, horrified but delivered. What is one thing you can do that will help you love you better? Accept yourself. Accept that it is what it is. Accept that you are amongst the beloved, except that there is no other being like you in God's universe. You are a like totally unique being. You are a totally unique being, and there's no one else like you. No one else. That alone, can't nobody sing your song, dance your dance, write your poem, cook your dish, rock that baby, coach that team. No one can do it the way that you do it. And that's why we never have to be in competition, beloved. That's why we don't have to worry about the next man, the next woman, the next boy, the next girl, because can't nobody do it like you. And when you own what you do, you don't have to worry about the to your right, in front, or in back. You just need to show up as you. And when you show up as you, what you need shows up. Y'all know my Noah story. When Noah agreed with God, well, not my Noah story, but you know my reference to the Noah story. When Noah agreed with God, he did not have to go out and get one animal. He simply agreed, aligned himself with what his purpose was in God's universe, and the animals came two by two. They came in the order and the amount that they needed to come in. And he only had to align and agree. Beloved, align and agree. So sometimes our feelings will imprison us because they're so powerful that we feel like we can't get by them. A trick, a hack is to recognize it, honor it, name it. Name it, name it, name it, name it, name it, and then decide whether or not what is this beneficial or is this costing me? Is it beneficial or is it costing me? If it's beneficial, hey, ride with it. Figure out how to increase it and magnify that puppy. But if it is not, then you determine why, so why, well, the why you're feeling like that, you ask that anyway, whether it's beneficial or not. But then you're going to work your way out of that feeling if it's not beneficial. So more than likely there is an untruth that's in your thinking about the situation. So you want to speak the truth to it. So even if you made a mistake, it doesn't mean you're a failure. Even if you haven't been invited, it doesn't mean you're unlovable. Even if, right, you've forgotten to do something, it doesn't mean you're unworthy. Do you see? It doesn't mean those things. It doesn't mean that. It means that you made a mistake. And so you need to learn, you need to grow, maybe be held accountable. It means you didn't get invited. Or maybe that's not your tribe anymore. Or maybe they just forgot. Or maybe that wasn't for you. Do you see what I'm saying? And you made a mistake. Or that just means you need to continue to grow and get some more information. And so do you see what I'm saying? But we get what we think about. So if you meditate, whatever you meditate on, right? That which is true, which is honest, which is pure, which is just, which is lovely. So whatever you meditate on, that's the feelings you're going to have. So if you meditate on why they didn't invite me, 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 as opposed to, wow, I'm so glad that they had an opportunity to celebrate. I hope that they had an amazing time. I look forward to the time when we can get together again. If that's something that you still want to do. Do you see what I'm saying? If that's something, I look forward to whatever. What you give your energy to is going to grow. We determine what we feel by what we think. Beloved, no one, double negative, nobody can make you feel any way. You agree to feel a certain way. They can trigger a situation, they can trigger a thought, and then you determine how you feel. I know sometimes it feels like, well, they made me or the situation made me. No, how is it that two people can be in the exact same situation and feel something totally different? So, for instance, one of the things I like to use is riding in a car. When folk cut me off, when somebody do something that is, unkind or whatever in a car, I used to be the kind of person who would rail and idiot was my word. I know it's the word I used to use, idiot. And I would get all riled up on the inside and this, that, and the other, and want to right, wrong, and injustice and unfair and da 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 da. And I'm all down the road 2 hours later and I'm rehearsing that story to everybody who would listen, and they agreeing with me, right? Because they didn't know any better. I hadn't learned a lesson. And then one day I realized, girl, you're using a lot of energy for something that means nothing, absolutely nothing. They don't know you, you don't know them. So why are you using this energy? Why? They gone down Southfield Freeway with all your power. all your power. Gone down Southfield Freeway with them. And I thought, this isn't, no, 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 no. And I began to pray. I said, God, help me that I don't have these feelings. So I had to change my thinking because what are the things that I do that gives people grace? When I want to place judgment, right? When we see an action, we place judgment. When we see an action, we have a dialogue about it. We're placing judgment on that person. One of the things I learned to do is not place judgment. I don't know why they did that. And my why, the why is none of my business. Am I safe? Am I safe? What did I learn? Keep it moving. And more than anything, they haven't earned the right to have that feeling. They haven't earned the right to have that space in my vehicle, in my car, in my relationships, in my conversation later. I am not going to do this anymore. So I had to work my way out of that and release it. So now people can do things, and the only thing that they might get is if it's something that was dangerous, then I have a natural automatic reaction, an autonomic reaction of fright. That you know what I mean. Anyway, so feelings, we get to manage it, beloved. We get to manage it. One thing that we can do, yep, send or do, yes, I'm available, and a bag, valuable, and a bag of chips, yes, you will. Have a good day, everyone. No one can make you feel inferior without your consent. Thank you, Devira. I was wondering, I was looking for that quote in my head, and I couldn't pull it, and you pulled it for me. Thank you, thank you, thank you. All right, beloved, at the moment in which Abba gave us his breath, don't forget, tonight, 6 p.m., 6 to 7, we will be on with Kurt Franklin, Do You Want a Revolution? And so go get your ticket, free ticket. Go tell somebody, right? Also, LTE on Saturday, we will be on. If you haven't joined LTE, this is your personal invitation to join. And also, 9/11, we're talking about vision, pursuing vision, with our own Miss Brenda Voris and Dr. Naria Harrington Wright. I love you guys for real. For real. I do. I love you for real. It's my favorite quote. All right, all right. Thank you for sharing your favorite quote with us this morning. So at the moment in which Abba gave us his breath, me and you, we gave it up. We forfeited the right to not be amazing. All right, beloved. Talk to you. Have a good day. See you soon. Go out and slay. The revolution. Yes, yes, yes. Let's have a revolution tonight. 30 minutes, 60 minutes.